Good morning, everyone. I wanted to share something with you today on this Tuesday. I woke up this morning and just felt like I heard God saying surrender everything. So I've been thinking about that all morning since I got up and wrote down some notes. Sometimes I hear God say something and I feel like it's for me specifically and me only in that moment. And then other times I feel like I should share. So I want to talk about surrendering everything to God and what that means. So surrendering everything basically means just to release control over your own life out of your hands and into the will of God. And this is not an easy thing to do. And the more I try to do that, the more difficult it does seem to be. But what that means is that your plans, your worries, your desires, you give all that to God completely. You leave it all into God's hands with His wisdom and His direction. So that requires basically daily submission and replacing everything of your own selfish desires into God's hands through obedience. Letting go and just trusting that God's plans is better than what you can even think of. To follow God over self-will completely. It can also mean to trust God through tough times. We all go through difficult times, and we have to trust God that in that difficulty, He's got everything under control. So it requires active obedience. We have to align our lives with God's word, His will, and His direction. And all three of those things are key. So how do we do that? How do we practice surrender? I want to tell you that I really feel like the first thing is through prayer. Just talking to God and telling God, you know what, I release all my worries, I release all my control, and I put all that into your hands. I would say another good thing to do is find some friends that you trust and ask them to pray. Make sure you ask people that are actually going to pray and not just people that say, okay, I'll pray about that, and then they don't. And then you just have to accept that God is working, He's moving on your behalf, and that He's got everything under control. And then most importantly, above everything, is when God gives you the direction and He shows you the way, say, okay, God, I'm going to obey, and then follow it. I hope y'all have a great day today.